Good morning. How are you? Fantastic to see so many people at 9 o'clock. I actually had not counted on that. I'm very proud of you all. So thank you for coming. This session is about two things. It's about Azure integration with the Power Platform. And we're going to use example of how we're going to work with SQL DB. But it is overall the value prop of working with the Power Platform as well as Azure. It's a level 100, which means it's a foundational session. Show demo. We'll go probably a little bit below level 100, but I'm hoping that will be OK. How many of you are familiar with Power Platform? Oh, wow. OK. How many of you are already building PowerApps? OK. How many of you are running services in Azure? Good. How many of you are using SQL database? Good. Now you had your exercise for the morning. Very good. My name is Julie Strauss. I'm a PM director for a team on the Power Platform that is focused on three audiences: the pro developer, the admin persona, and ISVs. And we have a dedicated team that is working on Azure integrations. And we'll talk through what some of those integrations are and what we will be focusing on moving forward. With me as well, I have Haley Huber on my team, who will come up and do a demo halfway through. OK? So I wanted to bring this up just so we are all clear. Since it is a level 100, it is pretty high level. It is really around the value prop of the two services or the two platforms coming together. And it is about how you provide access to that data and how it collaborates between the two platforms. We get a lot of questions like, do I use one or the other? Do I use common data service or do I use SQL? These are obviously I say complementary. So we'll talk through some of that. Now, I had planned to spend quite a bit of time here, but since a lot of you are already using these services, I might go light over some of these. But this is the full stack of the Power Platform. To date, you will most often have heard about Power BI, PowerApps, and Flow, which is now Power Automate, which is really about acting, about analyzing, and about automating. And then obviously, latest new kid on the block, which is virtual agents. So Power BI, how many of you are working with Power BI? OK. That's as expected. Obviously, that service has been around for quite a while for dashboarding, analytics, embedded. How many of you are using actually Power BI embedded? Not as many. Got it. And obviously, they are also bringing AI to the service. So that's a service that obviously is growing quite dramatically as well. Then we have PowerApps, which is really, I think of it as transactional apps over data, or apps over transactional data, because we also have analytical apps with Power BI. So typically, this is really about forms over data. Right? It's about collecting data. It's about illustrating data. We have two approaches to how we build apps. One is very business process centric, where you have a well-defined business process. I think of it as you map out your business process on a whiteboard, and you want to build an app that allows your employees to carefully follow each simple step in the process. It's about optimizing a business process. It's about streamlining and automating. Then we have kind of what I think of as a free-form design approach, where it is much simpler task. It's where you can have, against the same data, you can have 5 different apps, but they are very task-oriented. Think about a field worker going out, capturing data, taking pictures. We have some customers and some partners that have the rules of like do one task in one click with one thumb, like very simple processes and apps. But the power is, because it is working against the same backend, that you can have as many apps as you want optimized for a single task, but it doesn't actually create any data sprawl. Then we have Power Automate, which is formerly known as Flow. And that is all about business process automation. It's about automating business processes. It is what we use as part of PowerApps as well for business process automation. It's about approvals. And if you think about it, actually Flow or Power Automate, I need to retrain myself, clearly. You see that in so many other Microsoft products. SharePoint, obviously, where we have PowerApps as well. You have Excel, have a table in Excel with data in it. You can do approvals from there. You can build a Power Automate Flow where you say, look, whenever this number exceeds a certain threshold, kick off an approval workflow. So you see that in so many of the Microsoft products where Flow is used as the automation, right? The same for PowerApps and SharePoint. InfoPath is not really there anymore. It is now PowerApps that has taken that role. And then we have virtual agents announced just now, which is really about bots and automation of bots to automate. Then we have what I think of as the supporting services, Common Data Service, Data Connectors, and AI Builder. And Common Data Service, how many of you are working with Common Data Service? Not as many. And Common Data Service is interesting in the context of BizApps for a couple of reasons. My background is SQL. I've been in SQLDB for many, many years, and I moved to the Power Platform. And when I looked at this and looked at Common Data Service and how PowerApps works, I thought, either this is crazy or it's brilliant. And obviously, I drank the Kool-Aid. I think it's brilliant now. But I think I think of it actually, it is a SQL database under the covers, but there's business logic associated with it, right? So you have all the business logic around our first-party services, for example, and you have common entities, which we think of as tables typically, for address, account, contact. All of that business logic comes out of the box with Common Data Service. With the base plan, you have like 20 entities, but it means that if you have Common Data Service in use in your company, whenever a team wants to go and create an app, which often needs a database, where they need, for example, to work with customer, with no guidance, they will create whatever schema makes sense for that app, right? But with a given schema, which Common Data Service is, you look at it and say, why not use it? It's right there. So you help create structure, which help ease the amount of ETL you have to do across departments. Even if it's not in a single Common Data Service, the schema is the same, and you're eliminating a lot of work, and you're driving structure, right? When that is set, so that's really the Common Data Service. You have the storage, but you also have business logic, including relationships, forms, and schemas, etc. Security. And then we have data connectors, which is very interesting, in particular for this audience, because that is actually how we work a lot with Azure. A year ago, maybe more, every time you heard about PowerApps, we said, oh, put all your data in Common Data Service, and it will all be fantastic. And that is still the case. We would like all the data to be there. However, the fact is that a lot of data is born outside the Common Data Service, and a lot of data you do not want to necessarily move into Common Data Service. So the whole value of our connector ecosystem has really grown. So right now we have, I think, 270-something connectors, where not so long ago we had 70. That is actually our community, our ecosystem, building connectors to other services that will help users create apps over that data, right? So you have legacy systems where you want to build apps on top, or you want to have data feed from there and feed back in there. You can use connectors. There it might not be valuable for you to move the data into Common Data Service. So we have both approaches, and we see a lot of the connectivity working in context of Azure services. And then the last in the corner is AI Builder, which is really about taking all the investments we have done in AI in Azure and surfacing that up so it can be digested by a citizen developer. So we started out with 4 models that we know can provide value to customers and we can do well. So it's really about, for example, we have binary classification, form processing, object detection, that's very hard to say early morning, and then text classification. So for binary classification, it is like when your data is in the common data service, let's say you have a customer table with sales, is the customer likely to churn? Yes, no. So that is really the prediction we are doing there, where you can train your own data when it is in CDS. Forms processing. Think about you have invoices coming on print on file where you want to extract, for example, addresses and customer names. By adding these invoices to a share, we can read up and say, detect, for example, customer name, address, etc., and map that into the schema that lives in common data service. So it's a way of kind of reading all that information out of paper and add it into the common data service. Text classification is really about tagging of commonly used words. And then we have image detection, right, where we can scan and recognize images, etc. So that's the platform end to end. I thought next I wanted to walk through a few customer cases to give you a feel of how it's used. But now I can see so many of you are already using the Power Platform, so I will just pick one of these, actually. I can pick JG Pepsi. Have any of you already heard the JG Pepsi story? If you don't raise your hand, you have to suffer through it. Okay, you probably haven't. You have. Lad, that doesn't count. So all of these are actually in the same category. They are one type of applications, and we often show these in keynotes because they actually resonate really well, and they tell a story that the product does super well. But there's many more scenarios. But if I pick JG Pepsi, that is really about automating a process, digitalizing a business process that is pen and paper today. And when I think about a lot of the Azure scenarios, that's really key as well. So for JG Pepsi, they are a Pepsi distributor here in the US. They buy placement in stores, these end caps, where you pay dollars to reserve these locations in the store. And it is the distributor that is accountable and making sure that they actually get their money's worth. Nobody else will, actually competitors will take the room if you're not monitoring it. So they have like 140 plus drivers that every morning drive out to all the stores where they have purchased placements and inspect. The way they used to do this, have a list of stores they were going to visit, drive out, check off, go and find where they have each of the placements, walk aisle up, aisle down if it's a new store they haven't been to before. They inspect it, look for the cooler, look for ordering, is it clean, has the competitor taken over my space? And once they do that, they note it all down on the piece of paper, they go to the next store. There's 144 of these people. At the end of the day, they go back into the data entry team, and they give them the papers. Now they start entering all the data. And by the end of the day, or maybe the next day, or after a week, they can start ordering the products. That was the process. Some smart person tried out PowerApps and created an app. And all that does, it does exactly the same thing, but the driver is just having an app associated with their back-end system, which was actually their CRM or their ordering system, both CRM and ordering. And they go out, they have an app, they see which store to visit next with a map. They go into the store, they see an image of where exactly the endpoints are. They can go straight to it. They can take pictures. They can place orders. They can order a field repair person to come and repair the fridge, etc. So by the time they leave a store, the orders are placed immediately. This app works against their backend system, but it is a very, very simple three-screen app. And Haley will show a similar scenario when we get to the demo. But these are the typical examples where PowerApps and Flow and Power Automate come together and help processes where you couldn't buy an app. You can't go to an app store and buy an app like that. It is custom made for that business process. But guess what? Each one of you have a business process that is actually super critical to you, where you can get no app. That's where we see the power of the Power Platform. This is really one of my favorite slides and quotes from Satya. He didn't necessarily highlight the Power Platform, I did. But the interesting piece here is if you go back a year, how many of you have heard about Power Platform? How many keynotes was it in? There wasn't anything. But right now, it is everywhere. And I think that's actually why we're having a session like this as well, where we have seen like Dynamics and Power Platform separate from Azure, separate from everything. But it is actually helping gluing a lot of these, our clouds together. So we often talk about it as the fourth cloud. But I actually like to think of it as the binding cloud, right? Power Platform is the customization platform for Dynamics. It is the customization platform for Office. And we are now investing in a big way for how we integrate with Azure. And to some extent, we are also being the customization platform for Azure. So it is that binding tissue. But we haven't necessarily talked about it like that or thought about it like that. But as you will see in the following slides, a lot of that actually came from pressure from you guys. It was customer pressure to start giving the same low-code, no-code capabilities over Azure services. So it's really very much driven based on customer demand. And we'll walk through that. That's also why when we talk about the Power Platform, we always talk of it in context of the rest of Microsoft. So obviously, whenever you have Dynamics 365 self-service marketing, you want to customize a form, you are using PowerApps, right? If you use a workflow, you're using Power Automate. If you're embedding analytics, you'll be working with Power BI. And then under the covers, obviously, we run on SQL. Backend is a SQL database, not that you necessarily have access to it, but it runs there. And we have integration with many services under Azure. So talking about this customer demand, how did we end up in that sweet spot, the middle of the sandwich? That was really from customers. And to date, all you hear around the Power Platform is the citizen developer. That's been our core audience, and it is how we talk about the platform. It is a low-code, no-code platform. It is for citizen developers. However, as we see enterprises scale, there are two more audiences that we are investing heavily in and that are using the platform quite a bit. That is IT developers and professional developers. And why? You'll hear a lot around center of excellence around PowerApps. Because it's not just, it often starts in the business, and there is a citizen developer that starts building an app. And if we go back 6 months or a year, we had lots of enterprises with lots of makers, with not so many apps and not so many users on the apps. We are seeing more than 700% growth in what is now production apps. We have many customers with thousands of users on thousands of apps. It's completely different scale. For that, you need IT. You need to collaborate with IT. IT are building center of excellence for how they can put in place guardrails and policies and help guide proper usage of the platform. So it's very much a focus area for us, but also where we see a lot of usage. And pro developers, how many of you saw James's keynote on day one? You were clearly somewhere else. But there, a big part of that actually was the pro developer community as well. How can we enable pro developers to deliver building blocks to extend what citizen developers can do. And I have a little slide in a bit, actually using Schlumberger to illustrate how they have been coming together across these audiences. So again, looking at how customers is approaching this, obviously, we get a lot of customers from Dynamics, because they are implicitly using the Power Platform. A lot of the funnel is coming from Office, starting in SharePoint, creating apps over data stored in SharePoint, or customizing forms in SharePoint. And then we have Azure, where we see that increase coming as it is right now. So let's start with Office, where we really get a push from the business. And this is where we use Schlumberger as a prime example of how this happened. All of their app creation started from the business. So here's Alan. Alan is a real person. He's a citizen developer. And he's not a pro developer. He really started, and they have this digital cell, which is around enabling the business to create apps, to create innovation. And they are now down to taking a couple of weeks to train the citizen developers to build their own apps. And so if you're looking at Schlumberger, they are really a world-leading oil field service provider. And if you look at the apps they are having now, like they have 100,000 employees, but they have more than 5,000 PowerApps today that are in production, and more than 6,000, almost 7,000 flows. That's really mind-blowing, right? So they started from the business, but what has happened is they actually now also are working with the pro developer community. It didn't start there, but it is. So from the keynote, we were actually telling this story because the key for Schlumberger is to be able to have their pro developer amplify their skills. So this is not about going behind pro developers. It's for the two type of developers to actually work together. For pro developers to create Lego blocks, where, for example, a legacy system where there are no data connections or APIs, the pro developers are building APIs using Visual Code, transforming them, building Azure functions, which they can then manage and serve up to the citizen developers inside PowerApps. That means when the citizen developer want to go build an app over legacy data, they can just connect to a custom data source where the pro developer has created a data source or a connection. The same with enhancing the UI. We love what you can do with low code, but there's always big cliffs. At some point in time, you run out of steam. You want the UI to look special. With that, we have a component framework where a pro developer can go and build whatever they want. React controls that they can drop in, and they can look pretty amazing. So we see this coming together of the pro developer and the maker. And then we have a different approach where we have companies starting from Azure. An Azure shop, period, but then starting to look into Power Platform. And Chevron was like that. They came to us, and they said, look, we have a problem. We cannot hire the amount of developers it will take to deliver the apps we need to deliver for the business. So they started from a pro developer, from an Azure perspective, and say, how can we accelerate our app creation? So they onboarded the Power Platform from that perspective. So that really leads us to the collaboration between Azure and the Power Platform. And here are some of the building blocks where we have already invested. Gosh, I can't control my clicker. So this is really the landscape of where we have all the integration points today. So obviously, VS Code, Visual Studio, where you can create your custom extensions. We have Azure DevOps integration, PowerApps build tools, where you can automate, set up a pipeline for testing and building and rolling out your solutions built on the Power Platform. And then we have, at the top of it, we actually have an SDK, which will allow you to embed PowerApps into web services. So if you have a web app, and you want to embed a Power App or give your users an area of a web app you want them to customize, you can embed a Canvas app into your web app, and allow them to pop it out and customize it, just like they do in SharePoint. That's in preview. We obviously have, so we have two other tiers. One is about accessing to data, which is the bottom tier, which is about getting access to the data services, Azure Data Warehouse, SQL database, et cetera, which is what we'll be demonstrating. But then also generating access into services like Azure Functions. Use Azure Functions to develop logic that you can expose. Use API management to actually have your IT manage the APIs that you're building more broadly and exposing as part of PowerApps. So with that, we will be moving on to the latest and greatest, announcing this week integration into the Azure portal. And if you think, that's actually, we have been all these separate clouds, but now we are creating a landing page inside the Ibiza, inside the Azure portal, where you can be accessing the Power Platform. So that's one investment we are doing. Haley will show that. But we are also making deeper investments where you, in context, for example, of a SQL database, like you can be in SharePoint and say, create app. We read the metadata of the schema in SharePoint. We are doing the same with SQL. So in context of a SQL database, you can say create app. We read the metadata of that table, of that schema, do magic behind the scenes with a little flying man, and then out comes an app where you can go and collect data. That scenario lends itself super well to what I told you, similar scenarios like we did for JG Pepsi. But with that, I'll be quiet and give it over to Haley.
All right, let's get started. So today I'm going to show you some of the places that we're integrating the Power Platform into Azure Portal. As Julie mentioned, this is our landing page where you can explore each of the three services. It seems like everyone was pretty familiar with each of them, but we have the home pages linked below here, so you can learn more about how to incorporate it into your business and how to get started. Additionally, we have flow templates, which is Power Automate now. And so these are Azure-specific workflows that you can incorporate, or if you don't see one here that you would like to use, you can easily create your own. It's just an easy way to get started with Power Automate. We also have Take an Online course. So if you're just getting started with some of our services, you can go through our tutorials here that we offer. It'll give you a baseline to know how to use it, how to tinker with it. And then once you've got a foundation, we have multiple other tutorials where you can build your skills even more. Going into the context of our SQL database, if you're in the Azure portal, we can navigate to SQL database. And here I'll select Contoso. So in this scenario that we're going to run, I'm going to assume that I'm a salesperson for Contoso Beverage Services. So we're going to go with a similar example like Julie shared before, where I'm a salesperson. So my job is to go to the different stores, the grocery stores that we supply these beverages to, and I'm going to examine the store to see how our product's selling, what it looks like, if a competitor has taken over our space, or how the competition is functioning with their space, what they're doing differently from us, and what we can do. So I'm now in my Contoso SQL DB. I'm going to navigate to PowerApps. As you can see, we also have flow down here, and so there are Power Automate templates that you can pick that are SQL specific. Soon there will be also Power BI, so you can incorporate the entire Power Platform from within the Azure portal. Today we're going to do PowerApps. So within this page, you have the option to explore more options with PowerApps and to learn what you can do once you have your app. But right now, we're going to create an app. So like I said, and as Julie explained, the process that I go through today is to go to each store with a paper form. I have to fill everything out. I write the description for what the end cap looks like. I write the quantity of the products that we have. And then I have to turn it into the office at the end of the day. They have to manually enter it into the SQL database, where then it's finally entered in. We're going to make an app so that I can do this all on my mobile device in a matter of minutes, instead of an entire long process with manual entry. I'm going to select Create an App. So I'm going to name my app Store Visit. I have to sign in. And then I will select the table that I'd like to use the data from in order to make this app. It's as simple as that, and we're going to make an app with this. So we're going to pick my Store Visit table, and select create. This is the magic man that Julie was talking about, where it'll automatically generate this app for us. So we'll get a 3-page app which shows all the stores that I'm going to be going to. It's going to show an edit screen, so I can edit, and it's going to show a view screen, so I can view each store individually and the details behind it. Another really cool way that we can incorporate the Power Platform is using Power Automate and Power BI in this context. So you can use Power Automate to automate workflows. In this situation, we could automate if you have fewer than 200 items in stock in the store, we could automate a manual process to get an approval to restock. You can also incorporate Power BI right into the app, and so you can analyze your data real time as you update it.
And I think what is really key here is obviously it's taking a little bit of time. It's reading the schema and spitting out an app. But the alternative here is typically you'll go and create your web app or your application layer on top of SQL as a separate step. So this is really just a good way of getting an app on top of your data in a matter of minutes versus having that full application built out process. So, and where we see this is obviously Haley is building a app over a single table. Like we all know that you probably rarely build an app over a single table in SQL because it wouldn't necessarily need to be in SQL. But the point is to get you started, right? And once you're in there, you have your schema and your layout, you can add additional table, you can add additional data sources. And I think that's where the value of having the 270 plus connectors as well, because you can start building out that app over time as well. So, and the same, what we're using here is the existing SQL connector that we ship out of the box. So we're not really generating anything new per se. So for many users, they are already doing this today, but they have to find their own way to these services, right? So you'll go to PowerApps and actually start creating the application from within PowerApps.
All right, so we already have our app built. It took a little longer than it usually does because of the Wi-Fi, so it normally will be a lot faster than that. We can give a little tutorial of this, but we're going to go into the app. So let's start with playing the app and seeing what happens and what we got out of this. So here I can see several of the stores that I have to visit today. Clicking into this one, so we'll go to Corner Shop first. So I can see my previous description of what was needed, and I can see the owner's name. Now this might not be very helpful. Maybe I need a phone number for them, and so when we customize this, we'll add more fields. Let's click into it to see more details of what's going on in the store. So when I go into it, I can see more details of what the name is, what's needed, also contact information, and when I last visited. There's also some fields that were part of my table that I don't necessarily need to see in this app, so we can edit those out when we start editing. I can delete this if I decide that I'm no longer going to visit the store if they don't want to stock our products anymore. But the most helpful thing here is the edit. So as I go into this store, I'll need to re-edit the description so it's updated for this current time. And then I'll update the visit date. So this is, I visited today, and we'll update that for today. Let's fix the app up a little bit so it's actually helpful with the scenario that I'm going for, though.
And you might think, look, it doesn't really look all that pretty, but you got it for free. Like, it was literally a click of a button, and you get this, right?
And we're going to make it pretty, so it's even better.
Haley's going to make it pretty.
We're going to make it pretty.
You can't get everything.
So let's start with themes. We can make it pretty.
Yes, let's make it pretty.
We can change the colors. So we have office themes, so you can make it flow with your SQL. Or let's do the aqua dark theme today, because this one's pretty cool. So you can see I selected the theme, and I'll update all of the screens here. So it also updated the details screen and the edit screen to fit with this dark theme. Going back to my browse screen where we first started, the title of the app is not necessarily user-friendly. So I'm going to change it to Store Visit App, so when I open this app, I know exactly what I'm getting from it. There we go. I also mentioned that I think maybe I want a phone number there, so in case I'm on my way to the store, I want to call them to let them know that I'm coming. So I'll copy and paste this element here, and we'll change it. So it'll show the manager's name again, but we're going to change it to show phone number instead.
We're just cheating here a little bit.
Yes,
if you wanted to go the longer way, you can navigate to the schema and see the entire schema, but Haley's cheating.
I'm cheating. We're going to go fast, and we're going to make this happen. And you can see that it's updated in the other entries as well. So it's not just one. I don't have to do this manually for each one. It populates for all of them. But obviously, like we said, we don't want 2 manager names. We want the store phone number. So let's do the store phone. And there it is, updated for all of the entries for all the stores. Let's move on to the details screen. So when we looked at this before, there were some entries that we didn't necessarily need. So let's get rid of these. And once I delete it, everything else will move up, and it'll auto-adjust. So we can easily delete fields. Moving on to the edit screen. So this is what I'm going to use when I'm actually in the store each time. This is the most important screen for me. So I have a bunch of fields here. I'm going to get rid of these again. But maybe I want to do more things than just edit the details of the description of what it looks like. Maybe I want to take a picture of it. And so I can not only have the details of what it looks like, but I can actually see physically what it looks like. And I can see what the competition looked like so we can compare later on. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shrink this. And you can still access all the fields through the scroll bar here. But I'm going to let's first add a barcode scanner. Because maybe I want to check what products we're storing and see how we're selling them. So I'm going to add a barcode scanner here. You don't need any additional devices to make this work. This is just a cell phone camera that makes the barcode scanner work. So when I run this app on my phone, I can scan any barcode using this button here.
Even more for free.
Even more for free.
One big gift store here.
We just love free stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so now I have the scanner button. So I also want to add the camera.
That's also for free.
Also for free. So we're going to put this down here. And there's a nice, pretty picture of me there now. Look at me.
Yes.
So we have the camera here and the barcode scanner here. And so once we take a picture of our end caps, we can add an entry into our SQL table and for the images, and we can store it there, and so we can track over time what it looks like and how we've grown and developed and compare it with our competition. As Julie mentioned before, we also have AI Builder here, which includes object detector, and so we can use that on these images to use artificial intelligence to analyze these even more. So let's run our app and see what we have. And this is just 5 minutes of customizing an app. Imagine what you can do in a day or even a week. So I'm headed to the corner store today, so I'm going to select this. I've already called Michael Harris to let him know I'm on my way. I need to update this because I found out they don't need it to be restocked at all. They have everything they need. I'll come back in 3 weeks and check. So I can say, no restock needed. His contact information is still the same, so I'll leave these all the same. I could scan a barcode if this were on my mobile device, and we can take a picture and store it into our SQL database. I don't have that set up right now because we just started this out, but you would go back into your SQL DB and create a field for this. So this is the app that we've created in 5 minutes. Additionally, you could use forms, and you could create an automated process, as we had mentioned before. So if we decided that we needed to restock, we could do it right from the app, and we could set up an approval process to get that started for the people.
Yeah, so for example, you would add a flow button where you say order, and it would go and check, for example, stock levels, or you can say if Haley is a little heavy on the control there and order 200 cases of something, you could have a workflow saying, look, if it exceeds a certain number, kick off the manager approval, etc. So again, there was no cheating here. There was literally no pre-built anything. It was just clicking a few buttons, and you have an app over SQL. So Come on, people.
Yeah, this saved me so much time.
Thank you. Thank you, Haley. Yeah. There you go.
Awesome.
Thank you, Haley. So hopefully you got a feel for what that is, and with the raise of hands for how much you've already done with this, you've probably seen a lot of that. But it is actually a very good example of where you have your data, you can very quickly get going and enhance the data you have. So the difference here being from you built an app, and you might still do that, but from building an app, the time it takes until you get it out and rolled out, etc. Here you can literally start getting value of that SQL database in hours, right? So it's pretty powerful. I have just one more slide left, and we are almost on time, which we thought we would bring up pricing, since obviously it's not for free. We just pretended it's for free. So as a maker, the person creating the app, you do need a license. We have 4 different license types. We have 5, but we have what the licenses we include with Office. So if you're an Office maker or you have Office, you get capabilities to customize Office there. The SQL connector is not part of the Office license. But as a maker, you do not need a premium license to be able to create, but you need it for the people you share with. So if Haley shared this app with me, I would need a PowerApps license to run this app connecting to SQL. We have 2 flavors of licenses there. We have a per app model, and this has changed, so I'm not confused. And when I'm not talking about plan 1 and plan 2, they are new models. So we have a per app model, which really means a solution of an app. So it's 2 apps and a portal. So you can have 2 model-driven apps or 2 Canvas or 1 of each and a portal. That is the notion of an app there. That's $10 per user. And then you have a per user, which is $40 per user, and you can create all the apps you want. You can use all the apps you want. We also obviously have included licensing with Dynamics 365. So if you're using sales service, marketing and talent, you get capabilities included, what it takes for you to customize those applications. So you can't create net new PowerApps that has nothing to do with your first-party applications, but you can customize your applications from there. We also have what we call a community plan, which we also think of as our developer plan, which you can get started with right now. It is free. It has the full set of capabilities apart from sharing. So the idea is you use that for development purposes, where you do develop as a single user. Obviously, you have all your source code using Azure DevOps. So doing your iteration as a single user is fine. Then when you are ready and you're done, you package up your solution and distribute. You're really using your real user base to do that testing with. So the notion of the community SKU is that you can actually build it and use it as a developer to build the full-blown app and test it out yourself. But then when you distribute, you would need licensing. Okay? So with that, we are almost on time. One last slide, just because it is Azure, and I did mention the PowerApps build tool. This is obviously not directly related to the SQL integration, but these are related to a lot of the Azure investments we are doing. It is related to the IT Pro and the Pro developer audiences, where we have gotten a lot of feedback, where we move from what was more for a single user environment where users are creating an app to being able to scale that process and automate it, move it between your test environment into build and prod as well. So we have that fully automated process where we have integration into Azure DevOps. So if you haven't tried that out and you are using the Power Platform, for this you will obviously be using also CDS, because you will be packaging up your apps and packing so that you will have CDS there and you'll see the capabilities there. So it's called PowerApps Build Tools. So if you haven't tried it out, you probably should. With that, we are on time. We'll hang out for questions if you have questions. Other than that, thank you for your time. Thanks for coming.